Shalom. We would like to start off by giving our honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. We also want to give double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone Ruel. Peace and blessings, health and wealth to the house of David the elect. All right, we are the GMS Mississippi camp. Out here once again, week in, week out, to prophesy the downfall of Babylon, man. All right, and as you can see, what we have on our titles is life is shifting until the coming of Yahushai. Life is shifting until the coming of Yahushai, because anybody that has been on this planet Earth for the past 50, 60 years, they can tell you that, look, man, life is different. It's a different vibration. You know, the water is different. The food is different. The air we breathe is different. All right, you got some, bro?
Yeah, I got some.
All right.
This is Rock 10 and 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, engines and riches got by deceit. The kingdom is being translated from one people to another.
Yep. And the kingdom has been translated to Esau. And now that the kingdom has been translated to Esau Edom, the garden, any brother that's unsuccessfully growing a garden, or any brother that unsuccessfully had house plants, all right, if you didn't maintenance it properly, what happens?
Yeah.
So this, yeah, is right. Exactly. It'll dry up. So this kingdom under the rule of the landlord, slumlord, Edom, all right, he's caused the earth to tilt and to dry up. Our existence, life as we see it, is deteriorating. Okay, is it more to that, brother?
Oh, that's it, bro.
All right, you got it, bro.
Psalm chapter 82, verse 5. Starting at verse 2. Sorry. Will you judge unjustly and accept defend the poor and fatherless, do justice to the afflicted and needy, deliver the poor and needy, rid them out of the hand of the wicked.
Yep.
They know not, neither will they understand. They
How
walk
much
only in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course.
All the foundations of the earth are out of course, because every branch of existence has to be governed, man. All right, it has to be maintained. Right, the word to keep in hand. Now it tells you what the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. So Esau Edom has the earth in his hand, but as you read, Zaquan, the foundations of the earth are out of course. So you have whales and stuff mysteriously dying, beaching themselves. You have endangered species or overproduction of certain species, destroying out the ecosystem. All right. You have us having all type of imbalances because we're not getting the proper nutrients through the food, because the earth is stripped of nutrients. So we having all type of imbalances because we're not getting every element off the periodic table. We're supposed to be getting all the elements from the periodic table through our diet. Okay.
Yes,
all right. Priest Lamar, you go ahead.
This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, starting at verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith. Yea, also because he transgresses by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire as hell, and is as death.
So we always get gaslighted, and they always project the Israelites, the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, as the troublemakers of existence. Like in your life, the troublemaker is a so-called Black man. You know, in your life, the so-called troublemaker is a so-called Hispanic man. And to where the whole world to them, like, we're the problem, man. And it's brothers that are waking up to the fact that we're Israelites, and we profess that we're Israelites. All right, guess what? He has us on he's going to put us on a national platform that we're the problem. But that's the gaslight method that he used, because who's the real problem? It's Esau Edom. All right, you got to look on in nature. You see,
you got to pay a high price for the food.
It's supposed to be organic.
That's robbery, man.
Everything's supposed to be organic.
So psychologically, that's oppression towards a poor person. Financially, because the average poor person or low income, they're going to go for price over value. See? So, hey, man, you're a demon, man. All right.
Bottled water have different ingredients in it.
How does bottled water and its fortified minerals? All right, the bottled water supposed to already come with minerals, spring water. And why are you charging anyway, man? All right. No, who had that? Okay, go ahead. And look, and now it's so surreal. Things that you speculate on from your childhood. Now you see people put up videos and they say, like it was that video. And it showed like Eve and Jake just chilling on campus. It's like early 90s. And this was before people had cell phones and all that. So people were interacting with each other. People were horse playing with each other.
Yes.
Everybody was a lot skinnier. All right. And somebody said the year 2000 caused the shift. And I always speculated there within myself, like, man, it seemed like reality changed after the year 2000. You know, it seemed like the earth seemed less authentic. Life seemed less authentic. And now the videos coming out saying, look, there was more color in the 90s. Like everything had more colors.
Yeah.
Cars had more colors. Even though the money Christmas trees, it had more lights. The commercial themes, like McDonald's and different restaurants, everything was red and yellow and blue. Now everything is gray and black. But it seems like the vibration of the earth, in my humble opinion, is different, man.
You know, people
Right.
saying people would get together, family reunion, backyard barbecues and thing, you know, visiting family and everything. But now in this current era with social media, everybody's all about, you know, focusing on themselves, man.
Yep.
You know, everybody's more like what's the word? Individual, you know. They focus on just pretty much themselves. Like scripture says, many will become lovers of themselves.
Everyone's online.
That's it.
Showing you like this the generation for the market.
Yeah. And a great shift too with the jail.
Yeah.
Kept people 6 feet away. Like that shit right there killed a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like some people, young kids don't know how to act people. They tell them stay this away from them.
And it's a lot of that's right.
Tell you man should not be created alone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So most High made us to be social creatures, man.
That's right.
And that killed kids.
Mm.
They really did. Some kids don't know how to kids.
They're antisocial. They don't know how to interact.
Yeah.
Don't know how to interact. Gen Zers, Generation Alpha, they're through.
Yeah.
But when you go back to you mentally go back to your childhood, it was like that was lit.
Yeah.
Red light, green light, stop, hide and go seek.
Yeah.
Just cops and robbers. And it's like just the whole neighborhood interacting with each other. It was different.
And the days were longer.
The days were longer. And then you had like more community cookouts and stuff. Life was still wicked. We were still under something. Yeah. Back when Jared was skinny.
You ever fast? You talking about like the colors and stuff. You know, when you fast,
Mhm.
you go into a prolonged fast, the colors seem a little brighter.
Yep.
You know, foods begin to taste a lot different. Just going back to what you were saying about the food.
Yeah.
When you start to get away from this man's bullshit, like you start to really experience like certain things in the spirit.
Yeah, that's right.
The difference is from then to now, away from the spirit.
People are further and further. People are more on the demonic timeline now. You got it, brother.
I got two.
All right.
Jeremiah chapter 12, verse 10. How long shall the land mourn and the herbs of every field wither for the wickedness of them that dwell therein?
Yep. Can you read that again?
Jeremiah chapter 12, verse 4. How long shall the land mourn and the
go through a corporation. All right, the water. You're not supposed to have to go through a corporation to get your food supply. Man, we don't have a farming system as a collective. We don't know how to get herbs as a collective. We've been estranged from herbs. The fact that I'm saying herbs, the video might keep you know, that's oppression. All right. You don't know how like men and women don't know how to interact with each other. You don't know how to, court a woman. If you walk up to her, you're weird, you're a predator. You know what I'm saying? You evil. You creepy.
So nowadays you approach a female that asks you
crazy.
to give them Instagram.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not your phone number anymore.
And certain females are charging. Like I $200 for my phone number. Come on, so yeah, right. So we can't even have a healthy relationship. Because now a lot of it is seafood. relationship. Create long-lasting relationships with the opposite sex, with people. The scripture says the love of many shall wax cold. Every day turn on the local news, a new body dropping. This city too small.
Yep.
Every day turn on the local news, a new body dropping, man. All right.
Ecclesiastes chapter 10 and verse 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another.
Right. And it's a spirit because it came out earlier. You want to go expound on that?
I mean, yeah, like you said, we live in a shift. You know, everything is it has become more demonic as opposed to, you know, decades ago. You know, it's a worse time, but also it's a shift in the sense that our people come into power.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's no way you would see this, you wouldn't see us. You know, because the prophets is a major sign that's a transition happening.
Mm-hmm.
You know, also, you know, I was with the brother priest of Yashamab yesterday. You know what I'm saying? And priest a lot, and you know, down in Choctaw, Mississippi, and it was a good, you know, with Gad connecting with Judah, man. You know, with Gad, the Northern Kingdom connecting with the Southern Kingdom. So, you know, this hasn't happened really in a long time. Beginning with those waking up this truth, but also on the lower level, it's our people seeing that really they're the same.
Mm-hmm.
You see, so and that's what Esau got a problem with. They on one end, things have become more wicked, and that's where they want you. But it's another thing when you start waking up to the fact, like damn, like we're the same people. You know, you start waking up to law, statutes, commandments, the natural way, like you spoke about, you know, healing yourself, you know, and that's coming out too. So things are getting worse, but then there is a sense of awareness in the earth as well because of the truth.
And that's the reality of that transition.
Yeah.
You see in the bad, it is peak.
Yeah.
But then you see the interest of the good, of the righteous.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I got one. Matthew 24 and 21, it says, "For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time." Those days shall be short.
In every movie that has a dystopian theme, the environment, the setting is always gloomy.
Yep.
It's always gloomy. It's not colorful. It's not vibrant.
Yep.
Then within that movie, a character might have a nostalgic flashback of how things used to be.
Right.
It was always vibrant and colorful and all that.
Right.
So at least they want that new world order to be on some dark vibrational times, man.
And then the Lord woke us up at the last phase of Esau's decay.
Yeah.
You know, because something can only decay for so long to just wither away completely. You know, so everything is so spoiled, you know, and rotten that it's unusable. You know, it's one thing, you know, like you have a peach and it got like a little bad spot. You know, you can still eat the peach. But when the whole thing is rotten, you know, and there's no good spot on the, you know, and this is what Esau Kingdom.
Just burn it. Yeah. All right, go ahead, priest Abaya.
All right, this is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, and sudden destruction comes on them, as travail on a woman with child, and they shall not escape.
Yeah, right when you think there's a solution for inflation, the economy is back together, and that's when the missiles, you know, that's when the missiles are gonna come, man. America's finna get destroyed, you know.
And for travail is upon this strong G. Again, goes into intolerable, which means unbearable anguish, going into like mental and physical pain, and reference dire calamities before the arrival of Yahweh Shai.
Yep. Jacob's trouble, paralysis. All right, go ahead.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn.
When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. Are the people rejoicing now?
No.
Even myself, like, man, I feel tired. Like I'm lacking something right now, man. I'm not rejoicing because of this man's kingdom.
Yeah.
And everybody is neck to neck with their checks. Even if they make a lot of money, they probably have high debt.
Yeah.
So everybody's working paycheck to paycheck, working 2-3 jobs just to survive, man.
You can never get ahead.
You can never get ahead, man.
Then the food don't restore you.
Food don't restore you.
You know, parasites everywhere.
Right.
You know, so here it is. You're being depleted every day, but you're not being restored every day.
Right.
You know, and that's a hell. The repetition of that over and over. You know, that's a hellish condition, man.
And then I'm sorry.
I'm just saying Esau, he's the cancer of the earth, and America has been the host of that cancer.
Yeah.
Because you look at the rest of the world, well, it's infected by America. Because the number one thing that America exports is its culture. Yeah, you know, you can look it up on Google. You ask what's America number one export, it's gonna say it's culture.
Wow.
You know,
Selling her whoredoms.
yeah.
They go to cook.
Yeah.
Everybody want to be like America.
Hey,
Cool.
Esau, he's tampering with the sun too. You know,
Yeah.
the solar simulator, the sun simulator.
Like a real quick, because like they had the World Cup, right? All those nations that came over here to play in the World Cup, nobody in America gonna be acting like Argentinas. But them Argentinians gonna go back acting like Americans.
Yeah.
Them Spanish gonna go back acting like Americans. Okay, the Congo, they're gonna go back acting like America. Nobody from America gonna pick up none of that shit
Right.
that they bring.
Yeah.
But they gonna take that American shit back with them.
They like, hey brother, like nigga. Oh, they gonna find that shit somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But the food is much healthier in their country.
And smaller portions.
Yeah.
So they got they hit the little Freaknik in America.
But see, now they got taste they hit. They gonna keep
Yeah.
one of their scratch when they go back over there.
Hey, their waist gonna start getting them pants gonna start getting tight.
And the inner
Yep. Oh, 1 second. You go ahead,
This
please.
is back of the corner we going into because we go in the first Maccabees. It shows when Esau through the nation of the Greeks, that was his first, original setting that structure. On earth, there was already wickedness going on, but when Esau actually took over, that's when wickedness was evil was multiplied on earth. You read verse 1 through 3, and then I'm gonna just jump to 9. It's the second Maccabees chapter 1.
Just to back you up, the rest This would have their slaves to go pick up.
Yeah, oh, wow.
So nothing is new under the sun.
Damn.
First Maccabees chapter 1, starting at verse 1, it says, and it happened after Alexander, son of Philip the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Chittim, and had smitten Darius the king of the Persians and the Medes, and he reigned in his stead first over Greece. Verse 2, and made many wars and won many strongholds and slew the kings of the earth and went through the ends of the earth and took spoils of many nations, and so much that the earth was quiet before him.
Whereas he was going through the ends of the world, what was he doing? He was Greeking them.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Turn them out.
He was turning them out.
He was
It says,
Greeking them.
1, 2, he was exalted and his heart lifted up. And jumping to verse 9, it says, and after his death, they all put crowns up on their heads, going into the Diadoches. It says so that their sons after them many years, and evils was multiplied in the earth.
That was the beginning of that cancer.
Mm-hmm.
Called Hellenization.
Mm-hmm.
But they promoted the cancer in the form of freedom.
Yeah.
Like even like the movie Alexander, Alexander's theme was, look, his general was like, man, you acting like the barbarians are equal with us. Because he was giving them Greek education, showing them how to speak Greece and all that. Learn capitalism, and in turn, you get morally turned out.
Mm-hmm.
This is First Maccabees chapter 1, verse 40 and 41. It's like in verse 41 and 42. It says, moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people, and everyone should leave his laws. So all the heathen agreed according to the king.
I'm at the point that was the New World,
Still holding
New World
precept.
Order system back then.
That's
pretty
right.
much the beginning of it. Like Elder Z said, he said it years ago. I did a lesson on it. Hellenization was the beginning of westernization.
Mhm.
And how you know? Because that's when Esau first came into power, man.
Mhm. He plagued the world with his mind. You know, go ahead.
This is Matthew 24:14. And this gospel of the kingdom should be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then should the end come.
And then should end. Go
Yeah.
go ahead.
Now look up in etymology now for shift, it goes to like a beginning, a movement.
Because I'm sorry.
Now let's think about Christianity,
Yeah.
Catholicism. They've been circulating around the world for what, like a century. A particular gospel by the testimony of Yahushua, you see like the whole world's been shifting now. And really when the spirit hopped upon Elder Apostle Tahar to do that decree by what 1 or 2 lessons a day or throughout the week, then you start seeing a whole movement being just going throughout the whole world now.
Elder Bum, I'm sure you're familiar with this term, a change agent. Like you got somebody on the job and he's a prospective employee, and they say, is he a change agent? Meaning when we hire him, does he change the outcome of our production? You see? So when this truth, you know, hit the satellites, it became a change agent in the earth. All right, like you said, Elder Kazak, a shift happened on the right-hand side too. Jake started wearing beards. A lot of E's started getting more holistic. They stopped. A lot of people
Stop celebrating holidays.
a lot of people don't celebrate holidays. You gonna over here just talking in the break room. They talking about health. They talking about performance stuff like that. It all started with those accounts to have that influence like that, man.
You see, like the future is good news. They got time to move fast nowadays. Like even Jake in the world, they even saying something about it now.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It was a random day. Right when I was picking up it was just sugar free. The random day was like, why you get all sugar free? And he started asking questions about granulated sugar, the chemical based sugar.
Because when you first, I'm sorry, go ahead.
About Jericho. Yeah, that's right.
It's nothing about no real.
They came out the men's restaurant?
Doctors in the church, man.
There's some weirdos out here, man.
Tap in Bible because they watching the Israelites, man. But overall, those churches, man, that's why the Lord said he don't dwell in houses made with hands, man. You know, because the spirit, how about you outside, not in those churches. So a lot of people are starting to dwell away from it.
That's right. Hey, going to show you those enchantments are getting weak. The witches' potions are getting weak. It's wearing off. And the witches' potion is westernization, man. And everything that encompasses. All right, go ahead, priest now.
That's all you said there because America's philosophy in the scriptures is also known as a love potion.
Yeah. Well, when you go to Revelation 18, what says for by thy sorcery, the nation will deceive. The word sorcery goes in a pharmakia.
And then when you drunk, you'll mess with holes that you wouldn't mess with if you were sober. What Kanye West say was scary to me. Henny make women look like Halle Berry to me. And then like the nation was drunken of Esau's wine, and they slept with her. She was like, here, have another drink. But now they woke up and their pockets empty. Their country is ruined. All right, they tell women, look, you wearing all your clothes, that's oppression. You being domestically oriented, that's oppression. Now look at any country that's been under feminism for 20, 30 years. And when a divorce, well, look, the nucleus of a nation is the family. So if you liberated the helpmeet, the family dies. And if the family is dying, the country is dying. But the microscope starts with that family and it expands to society. You know?
Just an article I just came across last year. It says divorce and decline. About 40% of today's marriages will end in divorce.
40%. Hey, it's 40% of today's marriages will end in divorce, man. And that's not factoring in the people that's sticking it out and they're not happy. Because you got a Romanized woman you married. I know, man. You got a woman, a Romanized, a Westernized woman you married. You've never been taught how to lead. Shit just don't work no more, man. All right, you had anything, bro?
I was just back you up on how you saying how the nations have slept with the whore, and now you know you wake up and like you realize you've been robbed and that they mad. This is Jeremiah 51:7. Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord Yahweh's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken her wine, therefore the nations are mad.
And what does it mean to have drunken of her wine?
They've taken into the philosophy.
The philosophies, capitalism, democracy.
They with them.
Alphabet,
feminism,
LGBTQ, feminism. You know,
drill culture.
That's
they drilling everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere.
It's drill rappers on every continent.
And it's cute, but then it's dark and demonic. Like damn, like y'all acting like American niggas.
Yeah,
it's like you know what I mean.
Yeah,
and like that's like all that wickedness to eat. Like you said, Esau exports their culture. America exports its culture, man. And people they take hold to it. That's why why you think most West African women want to come here to America and be like the nigga woman?
It's so strong out there now. All you gotta do is watch their series on Netflix.
Yeah,
like a reality.
They had just like Eve here in Atlanta, bro.
Yeah. Especially Johannesburg.
Yeah,
that's like the Atlanta.
But you can tell that in when you doing ride share.
Like in VR too?
I know them brothers know you do ride share. You pick up certain, but any heathen, like it can be Elamite doctors at UMC or West African, women. You can tell when they take on that American persona. They automatically look at you like you ain't shit.
Yeah.
Like they look at you like, why you talking to me?
Right.
You speak, you like, why you talking to me?
Yeah.
They like, damn.
No, you absolutely right. Or it's like, and it's like, or they're a dialogue with an American undertone.
Right.
You know, like a Edomite, like a cool Edomite would be.
Right.
But they'll imitate an Edomite.
And then on the flip side, I know y'all know like the authentic heathens, like you might get an authentic Elam or a cool West African Jake, like the humility that they got.
Yeah.
And then the level of their intellect be on a whole different level. Like you sit there, you got a 40-minute trip and y'all don't talk the whole time, building. But on the flip side, you can tell when they done got converted to American because it's awkward now.
But Esau flipped reality.
Yeah.
Because Esau, America's eyes are heavy looking at the heathen like they're the lames inside the classroom. And those are classroom lanes of the earth. Because like if you humble, you're not on the scene, it's like you're not important. You the gazelle of the earth.
Right.
You know, same thing with women. If the woman is humble and submissive, it's like, she like insignificant.
She ain't got no soul.
She ain't got no soul, like old boy said. But that's exactly what he said. But really, they're cultured. And this is how you're supposed to conduct yourself as a human on earth. If not, we couldn't cohabitate.
Right.
And then just to make that correction, that wine, that's the love potion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I had looked it up. And what is this? A deep emotional bond that develops over time.
Damn.
So America get you drunk and then you'll start to be like American and behave like her over time. And another way they push that shit too, those superstars, niggas like Jay-Z and 50 Cent, where they do them world tours.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that's another market.
Yeah.
Too.
Music's a commodity.
Because officially you're saying. Nah, what's your favorite saying, bro? All right, go ahead.
I know you know too, bro.
It's a lot, bro.
You were saying like America exports is the wine, this culture, the philosophies. I know, you know, bro, as far as when you be going into the prophecy, when it comes to the military, that's why you have a lot of those, there be men, you know, they be mortaring and bombing those bases over there because they know once America get there, they women gone. So there's be a lot of those men shooting those rockets and stuff over there. That's them rebelling against America, trying to set up an infrastructure or set up basically a distribution hub for the American philosophy.
We hold some road come, bro.
It's Revelation 17, verse 2 in the NLT. The kings of the world have committed adultery with her, and the people who belong to this world have been made drunk by the wine of her immorality.
The wine of her immorality, man. And so in America, having no morals is normal. So when you see somebody live their whole life as morals, it's like they're invisible to you. Like if you go in like a Hamite market like Ishmael market. You just see them, you think they're not important, which they're not. Biblically, they're not. But their behavior is like they're just extras in a movie. That's what it is. Esau has main character. America has main character syndrome. So any culture outside of American influence is like they're the extras in the movie. You know what I mean?
They call it like American exceptionalism. You know, like things can happen everywhere in the world except America.
Right.
That's why America, America. That's why I say what Isaiah 47. Thou didn't consider that latter end.
Right.
You know, because America doesn't consider that it can be a third world country, that it can be a war zone, that it can be a dictatorship. America thinks that they're exceptional to all the rules that the rest of the world has to abide by.
No, absolutely. Go ahead.
Jeremiah 49:31.
I can make a point. Hell, me and Jay was talking just yesterday. Mercedes-Benz. No, that was me and you. Mercedes-Benz. Now, their new cars, you don't even have access to go into your hood, bro.
Damn.
That's total fucking control.
Oh, yeah. Damn.
Because I was just watching.
Damn.
My bad.
No, I was watching something on that. I think it correlates. But now it's set up to where you can't work on your own car. If you got a new car, you can't. It's total capitalism. So in order for your car to get worked on, you have to go to the dealership. And even if you got an extended warranty, right, or some type of warranty, they still charge us for diagnostic fees. You still got a deductible to tap into the warranty. It's fucked up, man.
And then they can scan your eyes. Let's just say these vehicles now, you know, get in the car, and if the vehicle thinks you're impaired, it's gonna shut the people.
Yeah, like you swerve a couple times, and then give you a couple warnings, it's gonna lock up.
They look forward. You gotta lift the whole cab off. This to change simple stuff. The new Ford truck that's the back of the car, you gotta take the whole cab off just to do simple stuff like alternator, little like $100 changes. You gotta take the whole cab off the truck.
Hey, I don't know if any brother has gone from driving like a new car to an old car. Like for whatever reason, you might have two cars, or maybe you just whatever happened in life, you went from a new car. Man, it's so refreshing getting in an old car. You feel like, you can tell like that there's no technology in there hardly, so like your spirit is more calm. You get in them fully loaded vehicles, it's fully loaded, it's dope, it look good, but it's something about those old school cars that don't have that same vibration to it, man.
AI in there.
There's no AI in there. Come on.
I got the word mad. I got two parts of it. The first in the blue letter is halal. It says,
and it goes back to when it says the nations are drunk over wine, therefore the nations are mad. Yeah, bro.
It says to make a fool of, to make into a fool. And then I Googled it. The meaning of the word mad in Jeremiah 51:7. It says,
and the word fool means to be stupid. Yeah, because Esau Edom took their moral compass away, man. You know, you took order away from from the nations. You got it.
It's crazy you said it, right? It means making foolishly or losing the ability to think clearly. It compares the nations to the world of. It compares the nations of the world to a drunk person. Just as too much alcohol ruins a person's
so that's
judgment.
making them mad. So now Chinese are acting like Esau. Japanese are acting like Esau.
They're mad.
They're mad.
Well, I know they got the microphones too.
It
Well,
says,
he ain't got a microphone.
It says, just as too much alcohol ruins a person's judgment, the bad habits and false ideas of ancient Babylon ruin the good sense.
And their main judgment is technocracy. Because these nations, that was a bad idea to join Esau to try to do this technocracy. Because this is a rebellion against the Most High. That's the main wine of because it said the wine of the wrath of her fornication. Because what's going to get this place judged like it's going to be judged is because they're trying to undermine the Most High with technology, which is pure rebellion. And these nations, they drunk off their wine because they're able to get the perks of being included, in the global market. Because goods and services have never moved around the earth like this before, and Esau created, a market to where if you down with him, you can enrich yourself, quickly, man. And these nations got drunk off, the balling with America, these governments and these oligarchs, these other nations, that they decided, well, shit, let's go all the way and do a technocracy, man. Poor judgment.
Yeah, which is basically a digital and artificial Eden, man. Ain't nothing but a digital Tower of Babel.
Because you got utopia, you got dystopia.
Dystopia, yeah.
Eden, the ancient Eden was utopia. This dark shit they coming up with is a dystopia.
Mhm.
That twisted dark fantasy.
You know, it's ran by the shadow government. My
So,
shadow is
dark.
Damn.
You know, why does it have to be a shadow government? You know? And we're gonna get these last round of scriptures.
This is Jeremiah 49:31 in the NLT. Go up and attack that complacent nation, going to America, says the Lord Yahweh. Its people live alone in the desert without walls or gates. So satisfied these Americans are, they never to what be going on in these so-called third world countries, and not knowing these same drastic measures gonna come to America very soon.
Yeah, because America hasn't had to deal with its consequences.
Yeah.
You know, like the American people, they never had to deal with the consequences of their government. You see, on the scale, like when you go into these other countries, if they don't make a deal with America, they people feel it quick. Or if they do make the deal with America, they people feel it quick. See, America hasn't had to deal with the consequences of what their government has been doing all these decades. But the Lord got us to now where America's being isolated and it's starting a war with every nuclear nation in the world. And that's when the missiles are going to come back. You're going to feel the repercussions of what your government, would you go vote, would you vote, go back to vow, right? So you made a vow. So that means that you are complicit in their wickedness. You niggas celebrated the 4th of July. You participate in everything that your government presents. So you're complicit in everything that they do. So when the missiles come back, that's going to be the American population reaping the repercussion of what this government been doing for centuries, man.
And these niggas so crazy. How the fuck you celebrate June 19 and the 4th of July?
That's contradicting, man. Yeah.
And throw the alphabet all in there together.
See the confusion, man.
I got precept to back
like what we've been seeing around us, man. Weirdos. Go ahead.
I got precept to back over what the Corn was saying, because when you're in bed with Esau and you making a vow to this man, because he's shaking his hand he's shaking his fist at the Most High. This is Job 15 verse 25 to 27. It says, for he stretched out his hand against the Most High and strengthened himself against the Almighty. So what they're saying is Esau is basically shaking his fist, like he's proud. He's basically trying to make war with Yahweh Shema Shai.
He used Satanism to do it. Satanism is what propelled him on this level. Although we know ultimately goes back to the blessing.
Well, the scripture says whose power is coming after the works of.
Right.
That's his battery.
It says that he runneth upon him even on his neck, upon the thick bosses of his buckles, because he covered his face with fatness and make it callops of fat on his flanks.
Huh. You want to expound on it?
Oh, this is going into how Esau has made himself. Not only is he shaking his fist at the Most High, but he's made himself fat with all the wickedness that he was doing. Like it says, dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth. You know, going into not only is it going into like the oil and all that stuff, Esau has gotten fat with the wickedness. He's gotten fat with the blasphemies. Like all the BS that he's done with it, that's how Esau has gotten what it said, riches got by by lies and deceit.
But you know, Most High gave him, he changed the rule. You think about it. No, law is fair. And Esau, law is fair to y'all. Greeks, Romans, America. You
3 times.
You got 3 times.
3 strikes you out.
3 times. Guess what? And you suck at every one of them. So law is fair, and you run this motherfucker to the worst ever now.
Yep. And this time he took it the furthest.
Yeah.
I mean, and you know, there's no way, shape, form, or fashion idolatry can be justified, because going back to the Greeks and Romans, you worshiping false gods then.
Yep.
But now you just directly pushing Satan. Right. Like, so it's showing you like we're in the very end now, because now like the veil completely lifted. Now you can really see, like Zahabi quote the scripture, he was coming as after the working of Satan. So you see who's empowering Esau, like where he actually draw his power from.
And people don't give a fuck.
No, they don't.
Because back when that shit was being exposed in the 80s and the early 90s, Trump had the support. Yeah. How the fuck is a JV concert sold off for 3 days after all this bullshit that came out of it? These people are dumb.
Yeah, they're dumb.
What did it say? They're drunk. He basically, Babylon and took away these niggas' senses. Because a drunk person, a person drunk, that motherfucker do whatever. Like he'll literally do whatever. You tell him, come on, he might stumble. It might take him a minute to get there, but they're gonna end up doing whatever. So
Yeah.
they just like what you saying these niggas do. They might be a little sluggish with it, but them niggas gonna fall right in line every time it happens.
Eventually, you accept it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, you know, the Yon's so good to you. You just accept the BS, like even like certain styles. Jay
Mhm.
went into that stuff going back to the 90s, you know, early 2000s.
Mhm.
But now they just accepting this weird, dark,
Yep.
gothic bullshit, you know?
Because you think about when you drink alcohol,
Yeah, bro.
the first little bit, the first parts when you're drinking, that's when you taste it. But after a while,
You develop a tolerance.
You know what I'm saying?
You develop a tolerance, and that's the same thing with Western. When you first saw LGBTQ blow up, it's like, what the fuck is this?
Mhm.
First saw a T-boy, it's like, what the
Mhm.
hell is this? You first saw Jake with face tats and Lil Wayne and shit, you know what I
Yep.
mean? But now it's just regular.
It's normal.
Old school Jakes, like the so-called hard gangsters, be like, well, that's them. It's not
Yeah.
me.
That's it.
That's the
You trying to
beginning.
justify it.
It's no standard.
But look how it conditions you.
Yeah.
The music, the movies,
Yep.
the billboards. You know what I'm saying?
Just like
the
Jake painting their nails
manuscripts.
and shit.
Yeah.
You know, they were pushing that.
Look
at
That
them.
shit painted.
Did you
great
post that picture of
The
Russell
boy,
Westbrook with the dress?
a while back.
No, it's like some
Oh,
new
no,
shit.
no,
Man.
recently. I don't think so.
Yeah,
They
that
got-
nigga, Ray Shrummer, that bright skinned nigga wearing a damn skirt, man.
Oh, yeah.
See, that's what happened when you niggas, you be, hey, what did he say? Fucking with them white folks. That's
Yeah.
what happened when you fucking with them Edomites, man.
You gotta take that.
Yeah, so,
Yeah.
you know, hey, but that's why I should say, never trust thy enemy, man.
Yep.
All right, but hey, anybody got any closing scriptures?
I can get one if I need.
Now we gotta, you know, push it, but we'll just draw this to a closing then. Hey, with that, we hope this was edification. Once again, we want to give our honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahushua by Hashem, Kakadash. Also want to give double honor to our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone Ruel. Peace and blessings, health and water to the house of David the elect. Abba,
Abba, Abba.
Shalom.
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 Shalom.